Hello everyone, welcome to Voxcel. So in this video we're gonna see how to score at least band 6 in your IELTS reading module. So this is we were gonna target at least band 6, meaning to say after watching this video you will understand how to achieve your target in your IELTS reading module. This is going to be the easiest and most practical approach. So this is not your common video that you usually see on the internet. So in this we are not gonna focus on any tricks or like you should solve true false not given like this. If you find these kind of word you should solve like this. No, this is going to be the most practical video till date you have seen on the internet, and I hope after watching this video thoroughly and after understanding whatever I'm trying to teach in this video, you will be able to get a clear understanding of where you are lacking, where you are like behind in your band scores, what kind of mistakes you are making in your band scores or in your reading module in fact, and how to rectify those errors. So without further ado, let's start. First we will see why students fail. So the common reasons why students fail to achieve their target of band 6 minimum. So this is very important word. So we are seeing why students are not able to band 6, but we are gonna see why they are not even able to achieve minimum band 6. So why they are stuck at, let's just say, 5 or 5.5. Okay, or if you are in GT and you're looking for band 7, why you are stuck at 6 or 6.5, and how to overcome this particular obstacle. So the most common reason that I have seen students, uh, because of that students get stuck or they fail in their reading module is that they get stuck and waste too much time on one question. Sometimes what, two or three questions, but usually they waste too much time on one question. So what they will do is, they, let's just say they are doing question number 10 or whatever the question is, and let's just say they have spent x, okay, x amount of time, let's just say 2 minutes or 3 minutes on this one particular question. So what will happen is that even after 2 or 3 minutes, if they're not able to find this particular question, they will not leave this question, they will like dig deep. In fact, they will like dig their heels in and say like, I will try to find this answer because I have already spent 2 or 3 or x amount of time on this particular question. So what happens in doing this is, what is the problem in this is, they waste even more time. So let's just say they have wasted x, now they will add some more, let's just say x dash. So they will invest this particular or waste this particular time extra on this question, and most of the time they will not be able to find the answer. So what happened here is, they have wasted this much amount of time without any like results to show for. So this is especially true in passage 1. So this particular thing, wasting too much time on one question, is especially true in passage 1. Why? Because although the passage 1 is easier than passage 2 and passage 3, but it doesn't matter, because in passage 1 usually you have question 1 to 13. All right, so it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean, sorry, that all the 13 questions are a piece of cake. No, maybe one or two questions may be hard, okay, or maybe harder than the rest of the entire reading or the hardest questions. So what happened is, usually in IELTS, teachers like, I'm not saying difficult questions, they are a bit more like paraphrased as compared to others. Basically, let's just say, let's just use this wording, they are more paraphrased than the other questions. So to differentiate between band scores of 8, 8.5 or 9, okay, so let's just say we can use 7.5 also here. So to differentiate between these band scores, teachers will have to increase the difficulty of some questions. So mostly usually four, okay, sorry, usually 4 to 6 questions are difficult in your reading paper. So maybe those, out of those six, like just say this is x number of questions, six. So out of those 6 questions, 1 or 2 difficult questions may be in passage one. But students don't think like that. They will think like that, that is passage one should be the easiest of the lot, so they have to solve all the 13 questions. No, this should not be your target. So what's the problem with this is, if they spend too much time on one particular passage, they may miss the easy questions. So for example, they have spent like I say too much time on question number 9, 10, or whatever the question is, they have spent too much time on it. Okay, let me write here, they have spent too much time on this question. So because of this, they may not be able to read, let's just say from question 34 to 40 or 35 to 40, whatever the question numbers may be. They are not they were not able to read these questions, and they have to do guesswork. What could happen is they may miss the easy ones. From these 5 or 6 questions, they may be able to solve 4 or 5 or all the 6 questions. So that may be the case here. So but because they spent too much time on one particular question, because that question was in passage 1, they were not able to solve these questions of passage 3 or 2, whatever the passage is, whatever the question is. So because you were not able to read these questions, because you didn't have time, so you did, what you did is guesswork, and because of that you were not able to achieve the correct answers, or find out the correct answers and achieve your desired band scores. So this is the like most common reason or most common problem I have seen in the students. Another problem that is like prevalent in students is matching words. They match words of question words with the words of the paragraph. So this is again not the correct way. Why it is not the correct way? Because if you do this, what would be the end result? You may get stuck in a loop of repeating the exam. So what happened is, let's just say if you find like ABC words in the question, and what students do is they try to find in the paragraph those same ABC words. But we know this is seldom the case. You may seldomly find similar words, or you will only find words similar like which I have like scientific names or name of or proper nouns. You will be able to find like name of a person or a place, or maybe some dates, time, whatever the situation is. But the other words, the common words, the verbs, the nouns, common nouns, adjectives, adverbs, you will not find them like word to word. You will find them paraphrased. So if you are looking to match words, this is not the correct approach. You will like not be able to clear your exam. You will fail unfortunately, and you will have to repeat the exam again and again until and unless you rectify those problems. So the exams are set in such a way that until or unless you improve the level of your English, you will not be able to clear the exam. So now we will look at some solutions. So we have seen the problems, and now we will see how to solve these problems. So we will see what you should do to avoid these issues. First, focus on what you understand. So this is one of the most important thing that you should uh, know about. You should focus only on those things that you understand. For that, what you have to do is you have to leave out any difficult questions. So do not get stuck in one particular question and be adamant about that I have to solve that. Be that particular question in paragraph 1 or be it in 2 or in 3. So do not be adamant about it, do not be stubborn about anything. You should be flexible with your approach. So for example, if you're not able to find, let's just say, question 9 or question 10 or question 11 in the first paragraph, do not get nervous that you are not able to find these, like one out of these or whatever 3 questions from the first 13 questions. What you will do? No, you should not think like that. For example, if you are able to solve only 8 questions in every paragraph, okay, so out of the 13 question from the first paragraph you are solving 8, in the, even similarly in the second you are solving 8, and in the third you are solving 8 also. So if you add these 3 paragraphs, how many marks do you get? Yes, you will get 24. Okay, and in this particular, in these marks I have not added if any, if of your any guesswork. So if you are lucky enough to get 3 4 guessworks right, so you can add them plus your guesswork. Okay, but I do not encourage this. This is bonus. If you get these scores, it's well and good, but if you don't get any guesswork correct, it should not like be a be any you can say it should not stop you from getting your desired minimum band scores. All right, so what to do in this particular scenario is, second thing, the second problem, how to solve that. For that you need to match, what you have to match information, and you should not match words. So in the test or in your reading module, you will not be like in question it is written ABC, and in paragraph you will also okay, you will also find ABC. This is not how reading works, because reading is not only, it is, they are not checking your ability to read. Be very careful about that. They are checking your basically vocabulary as well, how strong your vocabulary is. Like just say in question you may be written like first person to do this, okay, and in the paragraph it could be written that invented. So if you are trying to find the first person words, you will not be able to find. But if you match the information, okay, first person to do this, and if somebody invented something, obviously they are the first person to do that particular thing. So the information is basically the same, but words are different. So you have to be very careful about that also. Okay, never try to match words, always try to match the information. This I have seen students doing this basic error. For example, let me erase it first. So I have seen students, let's see if you are also doing this. Let's just say you are doing true, false and not given. So I have seen students doing this is like, if they find words of the question in the paragraph, they say we match words, like just say there is ABC and we have find A C B, so you have find all those words, they say we write true. And if we don't find any word, like just say C is not given, okay, what they will do is C is not given, in that particular case they will write false. But so when they will write not given, they don't know about that, so they get confused between false and not given. But if you make it a habit to match information, like what the question is saying and what paragraph is saying, and try to match the information or the meaning you can say and not words, you will be able to find your answer like accurately every time without fail. But if you try to match words, you will seldomly get it correct. Okay, it will be down to pure luck, sheer luck. If you are lucky enough, you will find that one or two particular answers correct, but even your sheer luck would not be help you, sorry, would not be able to help you get 24 marks, 24 correct questions. from out of 40. So it's practically impossible, so you cannot depend on your luck to solve your to work for you. You have to work yourself. Clear? So if you do this, if you do these two things that I have told you, focus on what you understand, leave out the difficult questions, and match information, not words. What will be the end result? You will get your desired scores in one attempt. You will not have to re-attempt exams. Okay, you will not have to attempt exams again and again. It will be one attempt and all over. You will get your desired band scores, then you can move on in your life, move to next better thing. Okay, you can move to better things. We are not here to just give IELTS exams again and again. We are here to do or achieve our goals and do better things in our life. So if you do this, you can do better things in your life. So don't you want to do better things in your life? Don't you want to achieve your goals? Don't you want to go after your goals or dreams? If yes, you have to work hard. Even if you want to achieve your goals, you will have to work hard. Similarly, here you have to work hard, improve your English, improve your level of English. Be it your reading, listening, writing, or speaking. What they are checking in IELTS is they are checking your level of English. They are not checking your IQ. They are not checking your GK. They are not checking your intelligence, your memory, whatever you want to say. They are not checking these things. They are only checking your level of English. So if you improve your level of English, if you level up, you will be able to clear this exam, and it will be a piece of cake for you. All your nightmares, you will get to know that they were like nothing. You were just making them bigger than they actually were. You are making problems bigger than they actually are. Why? Because you are just afraid to look problems in eyes and solve them. You want shortcuts, and if you do this, you will remain stuck in this particular loop of repeating exams. Okay, so if you want to get out of this loop, if you unfortunately if you are presently in this loop and you want to get out of this loop, you will have to do this. I hope it is clear. Let's move on. So focus on your target first. Instead of focusing here and there, you should focus on your target first. Let's just say for academic, your target scores are 23 numbers for your band 6, and for GT it is 30. Clear? So how to manage time? So let's see time management, why it is important. We will see two situations. One is for academic and one is for GT situation. For first academic, let's just say you are on question number 20th and teacher says 20 minutes are left. So what will be your reaction? Yeah, just imagine. Don't tell me right now. Just imagine your reaction. Okay. Second situation for GT. So let's just say you are on question number 24th and your time is left is 20. So basically, if you are aware about GT and academic, for the first two passages, passage 1 and 2, they are quite like easier, shorter than the third. Okay, they are divided in two or sometimes three paragraphs per passage, so three texts per passage, so they are shorter than the third passage in GT, but in GT especially, so you can do four or five more questions than you would have done in academic. So basically the numbers would be the same here. Okay, again imagine your reaction. So most of you will what you will do most of you what your reaction will be. So your reaction would be almost everyone will panic. Let me change the color of this. You will panic. Okay, why? You will think, oh God, only 20 minutes are left and I have not even completed my second passage. I am in the midst of my second passage. Okay, so you will panic, and what will be the ultimate reaction? You will mess it all up. Okay, you will just like start second guessing or doing guesswork. What you will start to read quickly. Okay, and then whatever you are thinking, or whatever your mind is saying, under pressure you will not be able to read the text clearly. You will just make up stuff from yourself, and you will try to guesswork all the questions so that you can attempt all the 40 questions. But you shouldn't. Whatever you do, you should not panic even in this situation. Now you will be wondering why we should not panic. In fact, we should be screaming inside. We should be like panicking all the way through. We should be shaking. Our body should be shaking. But I am gonna tell you, explain you in detail why you should not panic. So I need your undivided attention here. Okay, let's first we will take situation number one for academic, then we will talk about GT. Here you should just focus. Let's just say why you should not panic is because you should have understanding of your accuracy. For example, you are on question, you have solved 20 questions, and minimum your accuracy should be 80 to 90%. Let's just say I am not saying that 100% of your questions should be accurate, but at least minimum should be 80% to 90%. The more the merrier. So 90% would be the like ideal case here, but let's just say 80% will also do the work, do the trick. Okay, but not lower than that. It should not be like you have attempted 20 questions in what, how many time minutes? In 40 minutes. But when it comes to accuracy, you are just scoring 10, 10 or 11 10 or 11 scores. No, that is unacceptable. So your accuracy should be at least 80%. Okay, this is acceptable. 90% is the ideal case. 100% is basically the ideal scenario. Okay, but 90% is the sweet spot, you can say. Not too high, not too low. So now, out of those 20 questions, so if you are having the accuracy of 80%, your 16 to 18 questions should be correct, and you should be 100% sure about that, that at least 16 to 18 questions of out of these 20 questions will be correct. It's not like ifs and buts here. They should be correct at least 16 to 18 questions. All right. So now, out of those 20 minutes that you have remaining, now let's just say you are able to do 10 more questions. Okay, so from those 10 questions, and again if you have your accuracy percentage of 80 to 90%, your 8 to 10 questions will be like you will be able to solve 8 or 10 more questions correctly. So correctly is the main keyword here. So if you add these two scores, so you will be scoring from anywhere between 24 to 28. Okay, sorry, 8 to 9, whatever what I was thinking. So 8 to 9 questions. So from out of these 8 to 9, if you add, so from anywhere between 24 to 27, if you're able to attempt more, and you will be able to get more answer correct. Remember here I am not including any scores of your guesswork, so we will not leave our answer sheet empty. We will like do guesswork of remaining questions that we are not able to read or understand clearly. So if even if you are not able to get any of your guesswork correct, or you're not lucky enough to even score 1 mark from your guessworks, do not have to worry, because you will be able to achieve minimum band 6 from your hard work, from your accurate work. So guesswork is a bonus. So we will be getting our 20 minimum band 6 from our accurate work. So this is an important thing for you to understand. So now if you look at this situation from this angle, do you think it's beneficial to panic, or it is like even make any sense of panicking? I guess, I hope your answer is no, because if you think logically, if you are like uh, setting yourself a realistic band score of your minimum of your minimum band scores, because if you are not able to achieve your minimum band scores, you will not be able to get band 8 or 9s anyway. I hope it is clear. Now let's now look at GT. So for GT, uh, in GT, if you have attempted this exam, or if you know about this particular pattern of reading, you know passages 1 and 2, they are shorter than the third passage. They are divided into two, sometimes three text. So here 90% for these two passages, I am assuming your accuracy to should be at least 90%, because 80% would be too low for you guys. So 80 to 90% here will also do, but you should try to ideally get for at least 90%. So out of, so for GT you usually have passage 1 of question 1 to 14, okay, and passage 2 you mostly have 15 to 27. So here what we will do is we will focus on our 90%, because the past texts are quite short and 80% is too low. Okay, so let's be realistic, because if you are aiming for 90% and you may not be able to get 90% in the exam, or if you get one or two questions incorrect out of those 90, you will still be able to score your minimum band scores, but 80, it's too low for GT. Okay, so let's just say from these 27 questions, if you go for the 90%, it comes out to be roughly 24, 25. Yes. So if you are getting 24 or 25 questions correct, and in the remaining 20 minutes, okay, or remaining 15 or 18 minutes, so 24, let's just say you have to run 27 questions and 15 minutes are remaining. Okay, and then the remaining 15 minutes, if of passage 3, let's just say if you solve out of those 13 questions, you solve uh, 8 to 10 questions. Okay, and again with the 90% accuracy, you're getting anywhere between, like just say, 7 to 9 questions correct. So even if you add these, you will be getting 31 to 34. Clear? So even if you get one or two questions, one question from here, one question incorrect, because you are solving easily slowly, you will still get minimum of 30 band scores. So that's why 90% accuracy is very important in GT for at least first two passages, and for the remaining passage 80% accuracy will do. Clear? I hope it is clear. So that's why there is no need to panic. If you are smart enough, if you're clever enough, if you have practiced enough before your exam according to this particular pattern, so so that you can make your mind according to that, your mindset is set according to this particular thing, nothing will scare you in the exam. Clear? So what you have to do is you have to keep your goal in mind at all times. There should not be any time that you stray from your goal, that you like panic and go haywire and try to solve every question that comes along your way. No, it is not the correct method to do that. You should always keep your goal in mind. And one thing that you should always and always remember is accuracy is the king. Because if you are accurate enough, you will be able to get your desired band scores every time without fail. I hope it is clear. So if you are accurate enough, if you have practiced along these lines, and if you are diligent enough, if you are honest with yourself while checking your reading practice during practice, you will be able to analyze, evaluate yourself, okay, correctly, and will be able to achieve your band scores, and you will know when you are ready for your exam. So you should not fill your exam prematurely. You should be able to you should fill your exam when you're able to achieve your minimum band scores consistently at least 4 to 6 times on the trot. Okay, it should not be like on and off, like in one test you are getting 28, in the second you're getting 18, but in the third you're getting 30, in the fourth you're getting 21, in the fifth or something like that. You should not, your numbers should not vary. One or two scores acceptable, like just say in one test you're getting 26, in other you're getting 24, in other you're getting 27, in other 25. So anywhere between these lines are acceptable, scores are acceptable. But beyond that, if you are like varying beyond that, it is not acceptable. So you should first stabilize your scores, practice according to that, and then fill your exam. I hope this module or this video is useful for you. Okay, and if you are still stuck in your reading, if you are not sure how to solve any particular type of question, so we have made a course that dedicated for students that covers, it is one of the most, if not the most extensive course on IELTS. It covers all the four modules. It covers all types of like questions of task 1 academic, task 1 GT, task 2 both academic and GT as well. It covers how to solve your writing, both academic and GT as well, your reading and your listening. It covers every question of reading and listening in detail, in depth, how to solve those questions, what conditions you should keep in mind while solving those questions. And if you watch those videos, you will be able to clarify your doubts. So if you are not able to get band 7 in your writing and or speaking, so you can buy our course. In that we have made videos extensively explaining to you what you need to do to get band 7, what teachers are looking for in your exam, of what teachers are expecting from you, so that they can give you band 7 in your speaking and or writing. So if you want to buy our course, I'm going to leave the link to my website in the description box. You can contact us there, or you can contact us in the comment section. And if you want to watch more videos, you can watch reading videos in our video section. We have made videos both in English and in Hindi as well for our Hindi audience. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.